Oh shit. I mean shoot. Whew. Lord have mercy. Hey word, hey. What's going on, brother? Hope all is well today. I'm just on here for a couple of minutes. I am headed to work and reluctantly I'm sleepy, but show must go on. I get to get off a little bit early today, so that's a beautiful thing. Because I had to use my little PTO, or what is it? Yeah, PTO. Because it don't carry over to the new year. Like I had a whole bunch. I wish I had like 10 hours and I could have stayed at home. But 2 hours and 8 minutes is good. Anywho, I've had a good day. I hope you have too. Anybody else that comes on, considering I only got a couple minutes, I just wanted to, kind of reflect on the way things are going out here in the world right now with number one, so much involuntary exposure, but also with voluntary exposure. I think that every day we learn who people are as well as people show us who they are. And that's what I say about voluntary exposure. We can think that people are good. And I think that sometimes people are still good. I think they, you know, get in a way sometime and forget. I'm a person that I don't I don't look at a person different because of one incident or whatever, because I always pay attention to a person's heart. And if I know a person's heart isn't muddy, then I know that if there's any actions that goes against what I know their heart to be, then more than likely it's just a fleshly response to whatever it is they're dealing with. Um, I wanted to add to going into 2024 to stay true. How easy is it to fall away from who you are? Or how easy would it be to be the villain that you could be, in a sense? I don't intend to partake in anything that's easy because I feel like if it's just that easy, then it can't be God. There are things that God wants us to have, and it doesn't come just now. Some things, yes, but for the most part, we got something to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I'm focusing more on staying true to who I am, regardless of my surroundings, regardless of situations that may happen in a day or whatever, and regardless of shifts and changes. Because I asked myself, man, how easy would it be to become this straight up asshole and just be vindictive and evil or mean? That's not my DNA. That's not my character. So therefore, I'll remain. I'm going to stay true to who I am, especially with so much that I have in front of me going forward. We have a lot that we are striving to do. Most of us have goals and dreams and ambitions or things that we're working on that's going to benefit our entire family in the long run. In a way, I feel sorry for people who allow their good heart to be turned bad for any reason or as a result of manipulation by people, places, or things, I would say. It's sometimes disappointing when people allow their character to shift in a way that's less flattering in a sense. But, it is what it is. We are human beings. But it's also a reminder to self to always stay true. You know what I mean? If you know you're a good, kind-hearted person, stay that way. Don't ever let a person or a situation change that. If you have your own discernment and you sense and feel and know things for yourself, never let a person change that because that's a gift that you have. I don't go against my discernment for the simple fact it'll fail me. If my discernment is indeed a gift, it is for my protection. How easy is it to put down your protection? A lot of people really don't have discernment, just like they don't have common sense. I would encourage anybody who feels that they don't have the spirit of discernment to pray for it because it's very necessary, especially right now. I feel like people are in a way where you could serve them some Cheerios on piss and tell them it's milk. Although you see that pissy yellow liquid in your Cheerios, people will allow someone, go ahead, it's yellow milk. It's good for you. It has extra vitamin D. We need our discernment. We see people getting revealed on a high level, and most people I know have discernment are going against it to say, oh no, it's not that. Don't say that about that person. He's the so and so. He's the such and such. She's the man. Everyone has a mind of their own to know if things are basically good or bad. If a story could be true or fake. A good example would be everything going on in the news with the one preacher. I see so many people say, oh, he's a good man. I watch him and his words help me. So what? They say gifts come without repentance. The worst person can preach a sermon that would help your life in the best way, and that still don't make them clean or good. You have to have discernment, or you'll be fooled every time. Hey, double speaks. Without discernment, you're easily persuaded to go against your better judgment. If you've always known something or someone to be one way, there's not a thing that should come against what you know in your heart or what you feel or what you think in your mind. But unfortunately, that doesn't always happen. That's why I'm in this space. I'm just driving to work, and that's all I keep hearing is stay true. Stay true. If we don't stay true, we have nothing at all, honestly. Like, what are you doing life for if you can't stay true? You have the people that will support you, and then you have the people that won't. And that's good. Throw that shit in trash if they don't support you. Honestly, we have too many people that are caught up on accepted or not, and then allow themselves to be derailed in life because they aren't accepted. Who cares? Everybody isn't for you. Everybody isn't supposed to be part of your situation. Everybody doesn't have to notice you. Everybody doesn't have to speak well of you. That's their personal problem. Only thing we should be doing is suggest they find a way to deal with their own issues because it ain't none of my business. But as sure as I'm driving down this highway, that's all I hear is stay true. And I feel like it's more or less not something I don't know, but more or less a preparation. You know, sometimes we'll be hearing something and we'll be thinking like, oh, this is for somebody or this is that. I'm like, the first ear it hit is who it's for first. I am first partaker. Of course, I can come on here and tell y'all to stay true because that's good advice. But when I hear that, that lets me know that either somewhere in my heart or mind, doubt is trying to creep in, or something good is ahead of me. So in this situation, I have to stay true no matter what. I can't be shook. I can't be wavered by anything around me. I have to stay exactly where I am, postured before God. You know, most people wouldn't understand that. Most people subscribe to a form of God, you know, some replication, some similarity, some supposedly to be the same thing. Our Father who art in heaven is who I'm talking about. I stay postured before God because that's the only person at the end that's going to help me. He helps me with who comes in and out of my life. He helps me with my financial woes. He helps me with every possible situation I can come against in my life and has for 51 years. Whether I realized it or not, he's always been there. He created me just the way I am, you know. So if I've been created the way I am, there's no need for change. Only thing that can happen from this point on is to be better and stay true. Stay true. Hey Gary, bust it down, Brown. I can't really read what you said, but I got the gist of it. Just saying, hey, my girl, hey. I'm right here. Just driving to work, thinking about life. You know, like how we have moments of disappointment, and you know, some of y'all saying I posted my significant other, and I say he's significant because in this whole time I've been in Virginia, well, for most of the time, it's not been easy, but it's not too hard. You know what I'm saying? But you got to recognize, I said in my post, I have to learn to celebrate. I can sit on here all day and tell y'all people are doors, people are doors. I have to always remember that for myself. Someone came into my life and opened the door. And what was that door? Joy, peace, help, laughter. Well, otherwise I might have been depressed. Yet I'm not. Yet I'm not. Only thing I need to do from this point is stay true. That's the only thing any of us have to do at this point is to stay true. Whatever you started, whatever you are called to do, stay true to it and do it. Like there's a need. We were talking about that the other day. You know, when we're examples, whether we want to be or not, and it ain't necessarily for a specific character, person, or whatever you want to call the people. It could just be for the world to see, for a person to look at you and say, "Man, there's something about that guy Gary. He has a light about him." That's an example, and that example comes by choosing life, choosing God, choosing light, choosing to be a willing vessel. Sometimes we don't know how to be, but we make a decision. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be this way. I'm going to do the best I can. I say it often. God doesn't do with us what we can't. I mean, we can do. He does what we can't. So if we're doing our part, you can rest assured that everything else that seems impossible or seems that is um, out of your reach or you're not equipped or qualified for, he makes it look easy to others for his glory, though. Not for me, not for I can look good before you guys, but for his glory. I said the other day, I'm nothing. I'm no one. I'm a woman who is here definitely by the grace of God, because I could have been gone in 2004. Why? Because I was a heavy drinker and I hit a dump truck. Shit. I could have been gone. I'm way more thankful to be alive and able than anything. Did not have to be that way, you know. I'm sure some of us have had those instances where we think back and be like, dang, I could have been straight up out of here. And that ain't the only instance where I could have been straight out of here. Man, I was a crazy young person. Flying in cars with other people, jumping hills, where multiple people jumped that same hill and crashed into the pole. We still did that mess, man. That's why I know I'm here on purpose for a purpose. And that's like all I want to do is please God. I ain't worried about the world. I ain't worried about the people in the world. I'm just here to do what I'm supposed to do in it. I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do in this world. Because I don't have to be here. I didn't have to be. But he loved me enough to have me here right now on YouTube Live talking on my way to work. 51 years old. Still with life. Still with a lot of my youthfulness, and a lot of people think blessed mean having everything you need and driving fancy cars. No, blessed is to be alive. Blessed is to know that remaining true to who God says you are is a gift. That's one thing I don't have a lot to waste in 2024 is time. I can't worry about things that don't mean a hell of beans to me, number one, and don't point me in the direction of God. If it doesn't point me in the direction of God, then I need to be rid of it. I want for myself to be better in 2024. And that's not saying I'm bad or I wasn't good in 2023. We all can stand to be better, you know? We all can stand to be better. And that's the road I'm on, is to be better. Listen, y'all girl been rolling. I am almost at work. It takes me 30 minutes to get there. I looked up like, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know. I was just feeling something. And that was what I had to come and say, stay true. I don't care what it feels like, what it look like. I don't care how hard it get. I don't care if stress is on top of you. Stay true. Hey, realist, what's happening? Stay true. Staying true is gonna be what shines a light on you. Staying true is gonna be what opens doors for you. Staying true is gonna create those opportunities that you've been waiting on, and it seems like they're not coming. Don't change, it's coming. You hear people say in church, oh yes, this is God did this, and you're here for such a time as this. That's what that is right now. We're about to walk into such a time as this moment. Ain't nothing that you've done can change who you are unless you allow it to, you know? If God calls us blessed and prosperous and beautiful and all those good things, and that's who you are, regardless of anything else, regardless of anyone else. And apparently, it's a time where it's going to take us ordinary people because these people that are supposed to be up top doing well and leading well are not. It's going to take the seemingly broken. It's going to take the seemingly, or what other people would call unqualified. It's going to call the scared and willing. It's going to call the confused and willing, because God is not the art of confusion. He's going to clear all that up when it's time, because he's going to use you. I don't think it's a question of, oh, is God going to use me? Is he going to use me? He's using you right now. But I think he has a special thing set up for each one of us that when we know, we're going to know. It's not going to be that question anymore. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Why am I here? It's going to all come clear. And it's going to come clear by way of you staying true. I'll never shift. I'm sorry if I don't, I guess, live up to the expectation of some people. Or if, I don't know, what the hell, maybe my presence irks you. I really don't care, honestly. I'm going to stay true because I know that, well, my baby daddy used to always get on my nerves. Yeah, boy. So what? It get greater later. It get greater later. God bless the dad. But that thing hit different now, for real. It get greater later. You know, if we're not in um this microwave desiring of things, then we'll understand what greater later means. It's a process. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when we produce our best of anything, Gary, when we're at our lowest. Because sometimes you got to go low to come up. But instead of being low as in defeated, let's go low before God and put our petitions up to Him, so that when we do begin to move, we go up with ease, without doubt, without fear, feeling lighter and not loaded up or loaded down, or however you want to call it. The way this world's set up, I just want to do the best I can and be happy. I choose happy anyway. I, man, I'm grateful. Y'all know good and well when I don't know what else to say, that's what I go to. I'm grateful. I'm beyond grateful. I may not have all the fruits of the spirit, but I got a lot of them. I'm not sinking low, baby. He just pulling you down there so you can call on him. I believe that wholeheartedly. Sometimes he try to bring us back to where he need us to be so he can pour into you. But we fighting thinking we sinking instead of surrendering and going low, getting posture before God. Sometimes you gotta lay on your face even. Real talk. Those are the moments in my life I'm missing. I know I need to be somewhere on my face at times. So I can't wait till I get my place, man. I can't wait. Don't think the low place is the worst place you can be. Because it's not. Sometimes when you get low, you can see better. You can see clearer. Kind of like when a building is on fire and the smoke is filling the room. What's the first thing they tell you to do? You get low so you can see. You get under that smoke so you won't suffocate. So don't think getting low is such a bad thing. Just don't allow it to be a thing that you place as a situation on your heart. When you start feeling like that, I seen a girl on TikTok the other day. She had a great testimony. She talked about a dude that no matter what his world looked like, every single day he woke up and said, God, I trust you. I still believe. Man, that name about tore me up. I still trust you. I trust you. I still believe. If you ain't got nothing else, you got your trust in God. Right. When you get to your lowest point, I always say, y'all remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but when I first was getting ready to transition here, I would always say I'll never be lower than I was in Charleston. When I got to Charleston, I said I would never be lower than I was in Cleveland. Ah, even though some of this looks similar to Cleveland, I'm still not lower. Why? Because I'm closer to God. My heart is more in a stable place, and I've learned to navigate the terrains that life tries to take us through, or that it does take us through to get us to those places that we need to go. So if I had to think back now, I would say, that was a spiritual thing in itself. I'll never be as low in spirit as I was. It has nothing to do with my situation, where I live, where I stay, none of that. I'll never be as low as I was in those other moments. There were times where I was, man, like, honestly, I can remember in my mind saying, yeah, I'll be back. God, honestly, I'm going to do what I want to do and I don't care. I literally have said that before. And it's scary to think that I've said that before. But sometimes you get tired. And I know that's why I know it's easy to fall in those wicked spaces where you believe that that's okay. When you believe that, shh, I'm tired of doing it like this. I'm just going to go and do what I want to do for a while. He'll be here when I get back. But what if you don't make it back? Yeah, anything can happen to us. I'm not always at my best. However, I choose happy and I trust God because I believe. Man, I have all types of crazy stuff going through my mind sometimes. But I fight against it because I know that's where the enemy attacks, and I know that God is in my heart. That's why the devil tries to get your mind. He gets you all riled up into thinking you're losing when you really right where you're supposed to be, on the verge of your biggest victory yet. But soon as you right there on the tip, he come in to tell you, nah, girl, remember you're depressed. Get in the bed, lay down. This ain't for you. What you thought? Mm-mm. Yeah, people will look down. They do look down on others. People form an opinion about people and they don't know that person's story. You can look at anybody and assume anything, but you might be really assuming the worst about somebody who in the future you may have to turn around and need a favor. That's why I tried to treat people well to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to treat you well and I'm always going to be an honest person to you, even when it stings. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes shift happens. Shift happens. And it don't always go exactly the way you thought it was going to go, but for the sake of integrity, you just keep it real and keep it moving. I know my life is shifting, well, has shifted and is still continuously shifting. And I'm here for it. But what I won't be doing is falling off my square. See what I'm saying? Because it's all too easy. It's all too easy. Only thing I got to do is stay true. Remember to constantly trust God because I believe. We need to talk about some yin yang twins. Y'all crazy for real. But yeah, I gotta do my due diligence here at Amazon. And I know I'm getting used to this because I don't feel so discouraged and messed up coming in. Like I used to be like, oh my God, I gotta go. I don't feel that no more. I'm good. I'm good. I got my focus on to what what I'm trying to do. It's a blessing. And when I make it to 30 days, I can try to switch to what I really want in the company. And that will be all good. All good. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall. All them. I'm gonna have to make up a new song for that because them words is, oh my gosh. But yeah, that's really all I came to say. Stay true. Yes, sir. That's the Holy Spirit all day long, ain't it, Gary? Comfort, protect, give you peace. And didn't he allow you to have bonuses to share the space? Hey, DL. He allow you to have bonuses to share the space of your being comfortable. Things you think wouldn't happen will. Just keep believing. You know what I'm saying? Don't get discouraged. Just understand that sometimes when we want something, it's not the proper time. Oh, but when it's time, it's gonna be far more than what you expected. I believe that's why there's a hold up sometimes because it's far greater. Almost like the cake still cooking. He done got all the good ingredients in there, and here we are, impatient, looking in the oven with the light on, like, man, I wanted the cake done, and trying not to bounce around. You know what I mean? So the cake won't fall. Be patient. Let that cake get done and take it out the oven and put that delicious icing on top. That's the biggest reward. We ain't got to stunt before people to show them God. Look at this cake God made for me. Have a piece. I'm going to share my cake. Yeah. I was just thinking about you earlier too. Me good here, huh? Oh, thank you for thinking about me, Realist. It's been a good day. I've had fun, and now it's time to get the donuts. I'm enjoying life, honestly. Even the parts that's kind of tough, I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying it. I really am. But as all good things always do, they come to an end, and I have to get up off of here because I have to make my phone call before I go to work. Cake, 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 cake. Hey, hey, hey. I gotta call my Boonopolis. Yes, first partaker. And I tell y'all, the cake gonna be good, good. Okay. I can't wait to go to church in the morning. Honestly, I'm pumped about that. And yeah. So I love all y'all for real, for real. And I appreciate y'all for allowing me to have my little rant and my meat talk, during this plus pray. Yeah, plus pray, press play and talk. Love more, pray more. Don't stop believing. Trust God. Hey, Clean. Hey. Love more, trust God. Don't stop believing. Love more. Trust God. Don't stop believing. Until next time. As always, you can hit the Cash App. Money sign her meekness, one word. But more importantly, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Hope I said something today that, resonated with you, touched your heart. If you're on the replay, if it ain't for you, but you know somebody else that could use it, sharing is caring. Yeah. Okay, bye. Let me call my honey.